Okay, so we're gonna have a webinar about brand storytelling because I find brand storytelling very, very important. It's like one of the top important videos you should have on your website, something you send to your clients, potential clients, even to your staff. Like, it's very important for people to understand your brand story. A brand story can be broken down or seen in 3 different ways, or a few different ways. One of which is an impact story, right? So it's like, how was your brand impactful to a community, or how has your brand impacted a community, right? And then the other is like an origin story. You know, and most of the time the brand story is your origin story, regardless of whatever angle you take. Like, whereas it's impactful, is it to sell something, whatever, but most of the time it's going to be your origin story, and that is going into your why, right? Why is your business different than anything else? Why is your business important to you? What called you to this business? And that identity, that one thing alone, is going to set you aside from anyone else. Every great business has a story. Every great brand has a story. And every great business knows how to tell their story. But what's the difference between a few words on a page or a video on a screen? The difference is moving from being forgettable to being unforgettable. Let's talk about the importance of brand storytelling. Brand storytelling is not just marketing. Like, people scream marketing, 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 marketing. Actually, that word is just like sometimes irritating. But it's not just about marketing. It's the emotional core of your business. Brand storytelling is how you connect to people. It's not just connecting to customers, but connecting to people as individuals who believe in what you do. Your brand story is the foundation of your identity. It tells people who you are, why you exist, what you stand for, and it allows them to feel something. Think about the brands you really care about. Like, Nike doesn't just sell shoes, right? Nike, we go to Nike, we buy sneakers, but it doesn't just sell shoes. That's not why you're going to Nike, right? No, Nike tells stories of perseverance. It's like, just do it. You can make it, right? Or, like a triumphant kind of experience. And that's why you want to get those shoes. You want to go in a gym and you want to persevere, or you want to go on this run and you want to persevere. That's what Nike sells, right? And so let's think about Apple, right? Apple doesn't just sell technology. It tells the story of like innovation and creativity. So the stylistic way or the simplicity of the products is making you feel that you have the newest, the greatest brand or product in your hand, the most stylistic brand in your hand, and you, the creative, whether it's an iPad with a pen or your connections to softwares to edit, you have the most creative and stylistic product that you can use. You are innovative, right? So it's inspiring you, that connection to that product. Your story makes you different. It makes you memorable and valuable. This is the importance of a brand story. It's you. You are what sell your product and your service because you are the one that believe in it, and you had a purpose and a reason why you started this. And that alone is going to connect to other humans to inspire them to follow. So let's go into the second segment. It's going to be, why does storytelling matter? People don't just buy products, right? They don't just go and get into service. This is the 3 major things that are important. It's emotions, trust, and values, right? And this is the same thing that works for your business. Well-crafted brand story can build trust and credibility, create emotional connections with customers, differentiate you from competitors, and turn customers into lifelong advocates. So in today's world, when people are bombarded with tons and tons of information, we got social media, we have, news popping up on our phone, we have friends texting us with this and that. When you're bombarded with all this stuff, right? So how do you tell a great brand story, right? So let's break it down to 3 key elements. All right, so as I said before in the intro, you have the origin story. And I wanted to elaborate more on this in this section, so I know I briefly brushed over it. But your origin story is your why, is why you started. Every business starts with a reason. Maybe you saw a problem no one else could solve. Maybe you had a passion that turned into a mission. Maybe you faced a challenge that pushed you to create something better. Your audience wants you to know that story because it helps them relate to you. it turns you from a company into a cause that you're so connected to. It's like almost part of your being, right? And maybe you faced some challenges and now you've overcome them and you feel like it can create something better for others if you share your experience. Now, that alone is your origin, right? What is your reason why, for this product? For example, there was a woman who wanted to have healthy vending machines in lower income communities because most people in lower income communities have autoimmune issues. And a lot of these autoimmune issues, they feel connected to one, environmental racism and a few other things. But the thing that was most important was that she wanted people to say that there's no excuse to go get junk food all the time. We have kids with diabetes, And so with that, there were healthier, affordable options in vending machines near the liquor stores and the rec centers at the schools, and she wanted this contract. That is someone who's thought of a cause, but not only is it now a mission-based cause. Her reason why she started is that she lost a few family members to diabetes, and she realized when she looked at her community, there was no options in walking distance to even eat healthy. I mean, at this point, I want to support her. So immediately you want to think about your origin story and your why, how can people connect to this? This story alone can also help you get grants, get funding. It's not only just a customer-based focus. So really, really think about your origin, because that never changed. And again, with this being a product of ours, this is something that our clients end up calling us to repurpose because your why or your reason never change. The second one is the journey. It's the struggles, your triumphants, right? So no great story is without obstacles. What is the thing that got in the way of what you want to do, right? That's why vlogging is great. That's why people who tell stories about publish books about their journey into being entrepreneurship or success, people love this because they can kind of see themselves in that, right? So no story is nothing without an obstacle. The challenges we face and lessons we've learned make the brand human. Okay, that brand is a business. It's just a number in some state that you're in with a name and branding colors and things like that. And all that is great with like cool slogans. But the obstacles that you faced and that you've overcame has now made that brand human. Okay, so show some resilience, show some authenticity, show some growth. People don't connect with perfection. That's because nobody's perfect, right? They connect with progress. Remember that. Show them how far you've come and they'll trust where you're going. All right, so number 3 is the mission and values. What do you stand for? This, a lot of people kind of like stumble over this. It's like, this should be easy. It's like you should write your mission statement. This actually can even help you do your business proposal, so you're welcome. Your mission and your values. Your brand is more than just a product, as I've been saying throughout this whole webinar. It's a belief system. It's customers align with brands that share similar values. So I want you just to ask yourself something. What do we believe in? How do we make a difference? And then finally, you want to think, so why should people choose your business over everyone else? You're a carpet cleaning business. You have your fitness trainer. You have healthy products and vitamins for people to use. You're an apothecary. Why do people choose you over anyone else? You need to ask yourself these things. And so remember this. When your story aligns with your audience values, it turns a one-time buyer into a lifetime supporter. As I said before, client retention is amazing. And yes, the brand story is a big part of that retention. But in addition to that, you have to be great at what you're doing in business. You have to have great morals and ethics in business, because also if you're horrible at business, don't blame me. They say, oh, your brand story said I can keep a client. Well, I'm sorry, if you're not delivering what you're supposed to deliver to the client. That's why Amazon's great. Somebody can order a product and it's there the next day, guaranteed there the next 3 days. When they say it's going to get delivered, it gets delivered. So outside of the brand story, you make sure you do good business. And you will have client retention because the brand story will do most of the work for you. All right, so let's go in my other section here, and that is making the brand story timeless. My favorite part is a strong brand story lasts forever. It does. Like I said, I have clients who've gotten brand stories from us and they still use it. The only way I think we will have to ever reshoot a brand story is this redo B-roll, which we already do with clients that you have on the team. Guarantee a great brand story will get you business, funding, everything you need. People might want to join your business off of your story. Like, yo, I want to just work for you. I'll work for you. Like, you know what I mean? I'll support you. That is the importance of a great brand story. It's timeless. A well-crafted brand story is a one-time investment. I don't know. Somebody send me more investments that's one time. And it lasts forever and it brings you money. If it is more investments like that in the world, let me know, because I would like to invest in them, right? That I only have to drop money in one time and it brings me money for years. It keeps bringing you, but not only money and revenue and new customers that it would bring you loyalty. Because as long as the human in you stays the same, your focus is the same, your cost to the mission is the same, and you do great business, your loyalty with your clients and your customers and your supporters will just keep coming in, and then your business will grow. But I want to conclude, because I can get hype about this, because there's so many different things, odd things that happen for people when they tell a brand story that I get excited, so I have to calm down. So let's calm down in the webinar here. So every business has a great story, but the question is, are you telling yours that makes people connect, that makes a difference? Are you making people sit down and listen to you? Are they not clicking before the first 30 seconds or 15 seconds because they're over your story already? Is your brand story really that good? Your brand story is what sets you apart. It builds trust. It is more than just a thought. It is an advantage. It is a necessity. So what is your story? I want you to sit back and think about it. What is my story? And are you ready to tell it? Now, I've gave you some tips here on doing it on your own, but sometimes people get overwhelmed. And there is a special sauce that I haven't put in here that most of my staff and my team know how to do. So, because there are some marketing little points that you need to do when making these stories to be very successful, but either way, telling your story anywhere is still going to help you. So if you want to set up a call with us, you can, but if not, please follow these steps and I guarantee you that you will have the best turnaround from these videos alone. But if you want a professional company to hop on and help you and your team, reach out. We will help you the best way we can, and looking forward to hearing from you soon.